So I used to be suicidal and depressed, and I no longer am those ways. How? Why? And why are there so many people that are like that? Well, let me tell you what helped me. Sorry if this is abrasive, and if you don't like it, if you don't respect it, if you don't respond well to it, that's okay. Your choice. Um, I don't really care because this is what worked for me. Okay, I'm going to tell you how I cured my depression, how I got rid of my suicidal thoughts. And I think this is really all you need, and this will help anyone who is experiencing that at any capacity right now. And I will just put a little disclaimer in there before we start. If your depression, your suicidal tendencies, thoughts are sort of so severe that you are seriously considering taking your own life, please know that you are not going through it alone. There are other people out there also going through it, and seek help where necessary. Okay, there are people out there that will help you. Reach out to me if you want to, and I will help you. Okay, ending your life is not the solution. I've attempted it, so I know it's not. All right, trust me, and it will get better. All right, but here is what worked for me. Here's how I did it. This is how I overcame depression, suicide, which millions upon millions of people are struggling with today, every day, every second of every fucking day. I realized one, no one is coming to save me. No one outside of myself is going to save me from living in my own mind. I am the only one that lives in my mind, and therefore I have to be the one who rules my mind. So I realize no one is going to save me. No one is living outside of me, or sorry, rather, no one that is living outside of me can live within my mind. And up until that point, I had thought of that as a negative thing and thought, woe is me. No one else knows what I am going through mentally, internally. No one else knows the degree of suffering that is occurring within my mind. And that's true. And right now, no one else knows the degree of peace, prosperity, and joy, pure fucking joy, bliss that is going through my mind. No one knows it. That is perfectly okay. Because either way, whether you are in the gates of hell, or if you're in the depths of hell or the fucking throne of heaven, no matter where you are sitting in your mind, no one else is going to know. Because no one else is in your mind. So become the ruler of your mind. Truly rule your mind. Learn to rule it. Learn to love it. Okay, because it's yours. It's what you got. So fucking, and it is beautiful in its own way. So just accept that, realize that is the truth, love it, and be grateful for it. So, number one, no one is coming to save you. Number two, you cannot any longer be the victim of your circumstances. All these really go hand in hand, but they may be applied a little differently or looked at a little differently in your life, depending on where your life is at and what you're going through. Yes, everyone's situation, everyone's circumstances are unique, but at the same time, no, the fuck they are not. Everyone who is experiencing suicidal thoughts wants the same end goal, to kill themselves. Okay? I was once that person who wanted to kill myself. And whatever circumstances I was going through, whatever I was feeling, it's no different than anyone else who is at that same cliff to where they are about to fucking jump off and end their life. No different, because all the circumstances are pointing towards is that you are the victim of them. So like point number one, no one is coming to save you. You are not the victim of your circumstances unless you choose to believe you are. If you choose to believe that you are the victim of your circumstances and your life, then you will be, and you will experience that. So until you stop believing that, you will continue to experience yourself being the victim of your life, of your circumstances, of your past, of whatever the fuck you make yourself the victim of. So you have to realize that you are not the victim, but rather you are in control, because you are the one that chooses, that perceives yourself as the victim of your life, of your reality, of what is happening outside of you. You are perceiving yourself to be the victim of that. And just like perceiving yourself to be the victim, you can also perceive and choose to be a ruler, the creator of all that goes on outside of you. You can choose to not be bothered by what is going on outside of you. You can choose to no longer accept those circumstances, those life events, those horrible mental states that you are in, those fucking pits. You can no longer choose to accept those as truth for yourself. Okay? You can learn to live with them and acknowledge that they exist, but ignore the meaning that they have on who you are, on what your life is like. You can choose to be happy as fuck while sitting in a mental pit. Okay? You can choose to just be like, it's cool. At least I'm grateful. This is what I would tell myself when I was in these fucking pits mentally, and I was all the way at the bottom of my mind, if you will. I was at the bottom of the bottomless pit in my mind. When I was there, I would say I'm grateful that I get to experience this low, this absolute depth of human consciousness. That's what I would say. And not at first. It took me a while. It took me years of experiencing these fucking pits to say that. But then once I said that, within, I don't remember the specific time frame, within a short period of time, relative to the amount of time that I had been experiencing them, I no longer experienced those pits. And I don't know how else to better describe them. If someone has a better way of describing it, then please say it in the comments. But essentially just this pit where you felt like you were trapped within yourself, within your life, and there's nothing that anyone can do or say, nothing that you can do or say or experience that will lift you out of it. And you just have to accept it where you are. And that's one thing too, you just have to accept where the fuck you are, and that's okay. It's fine. But that's what I said. I said, I'm grateful that I get to experience these depths of human consciousness while I was sitting in these bottomless pits, alone, fucking contemplating killing myself. That's what I would say. And then they went away, and it is cool to look back on it. Yeah, I did experience that. Not a lot of people did, so I'm grateful for that, for sure, because it helped me to be who I am today, to be as confident in who I am right now, and now experiencing the highs of human consciousness with just as much gratitude and just as much neutrality. And that will lead me into point number 3, final point, because I don't want this to be too long. Point number 3 is to be unbothered by life, to be unbothered and to not care about what is going on around you, on what is happening outside of you. Don't give a fuck. Even what is happening within your mind, fuck it. It's not you. You don't have to pay attention. You don't have to listen to that. You don't have to agree to it. Who the fuck told you you have to agree? You have to agree with your emotions, with your thoughts. Maybe someone did. Probably no one ever fucking told you that, but you just learned to do that. It's a learned behavior. You don't have to fucking agree with your emotions. You don't have to agree with your thoughts. You can experience them. And while experiencing these thoughts and emotions and life circumstances, you can just say, I don't give a fuck. You can just say that. It's as easy as that. I don't give a fuck about these life circumstances, about these thoughts that I'm thinking about these emotions that are going through my body, through my vessel right now. Fuck them. Fuck them. You don't need them. So be unbothered towards life, be unbothered by everything. And once you get to a state of unbotheredness, a state of neutrality, then it becomes easy to see that there is no difference between being at the highest high of experience of human consciousness and the lowest low of human consciousness. They're the same fucking thing, just in different, on dual aspects. They're polar aspects of the same fucking thing, which is human consciousness, which is what we all experience. And you can experience anywhere in that fucking range. But if you can be neutral in the highest high and the lowest low, then you fucking won, you know? That's it. That's like, you can face anything outside of you and know that nothing is going to phase you, nothing's going to affect you, nothing's going to bother you, that you are solid as fuck in your state and who you are and where you are, then you fucking won. And that should be your motivation if you are depressed, suicidal, to get the fuck out of that state. Because as of right now, that state is controlling you. You want to be able to control your state, the state that you are in. You can't do it if you're fucking depressed. Okay? And the one difference I will say between the lowest low and the highest high, you're at the lowest low and depressed in the fucking pits of hell. You are controlled by the state. You're at the highest high, fucking Buddha, enlightenment, nirvana, samadhi, peace. Once you're there, bro, you are fucking untouchable, unbothered, unconquerable. Your mind, your life, your existence, unconquerable. So that is the one difference. But a little fly coming by. Neutrality is the key to that. Unbotheredness is the key. Not giving a fuck about anything is the key. But not giving a fuck about things in a way that they won't sway you. They do not sway who you are. Not in a way that you are apathetic to your life, to others in your life. You respect everyone. You love everyone. You love your life. But you don't give a fuck what's happening outside of you because you are so goddamn confident about who you are, about where you are in your life, about internally, the way you feel about yourself. It is so amazing that you don't fucking care what is happening outside of you. This is where you need to get to. Okay? And you will get there. I know you will, because I did. So you will too, alright? Let's go, guys. We got this. Come on. Don't you want to enjoy life to the fullest? Don't you want to experience the most blissful, peaceful, serene, beautiful existence that you can experience? That should motivate you to go even further. And to keep fucking going. Okay? Alright, guys. I love you. Till next time. Peace.